Now United are close to completing the agreement with Atalanta for 45 million euros. Payment terms are being discussed, installments and all the rest. But Ederson is very, very, very close to becoming a new Manchester United player. What's needed is Man United final approval. Man United have been working on this deal for weeks, but now it's Man United, among several targets they have in midfield, who have to say, okay, let's proceed, let's close the deal. They have advanced for sure verbally. Now it's United to put the final touch and close.
Welcome back, United fans. Stay tuned because this could change everything for Manchester United's summer rebuild at Old Trafford. We are entering one of the most crucial transfer windows in recent years, and make no mistake, this is huge. Manchester United are now reaching the stage many supporters have been desperately waiting for, because Ederson is very close to becoming a Manchester United player. Yes, you heard that right. The Brazilian midfielder now appears to be approaching Old Trafford with what remains being one crucial thing: the final approval from Manchester United. Let that sink in. After weeks of speculation, negotiations, discussions, and constant updates, this deal now feels closer than ever before. And if United finally give the green light, this could become one of the most important moves of the summer window. For many United supporters, this transfer simply makes sense. Why? Because when you look at the current midfield situation, energy, aggression, ball-winning ability, physical presence, and Premier League intensity are exactly what many fans believe this squad needs. Ederson brings those qualities. He is the type of midfielder that loves duels, covers huge spaces, presses aggressively, and brings that relentless intensity, which Old Trafford fans absolutely adore. Make no mistake, this is huge. This isn't simply another signing for numbers. This is potentially a player brought in to completely transform how United compete in midfield battles next season. What makes this situation even more interesting is the wording coming from the reports themselves. The player is reportedly close. The negotiations have moved forward. The feeling around the deal is positive. But Manchester United still need to make that final decision. This raises massive questions. Why is approval still missing? Are United completing financial checks? Are they prioritizing another position first? Or are they simply making sure every detail is perfect before pushing the button? These are the questions many supporters are asking right now. From my perspective, if the numbers being discussed are accurate and United truly believe this player fits the system, delaying too long could become dangerous, because other clubs are always watching these situations carefully. Football transfers can change quickly. We have seen many deals look finished before suddenly collapsing. That is exactly why supporters remain nervous, even when hearing the words, "very close." Imagine this midfield walking out at Old Trafford next season with fresh energy, more physicality, more aggression, and players capable of winning second balls consistently. Imagine the Stretford end watching a midfield that can finally dominate transitions again. Unbelievable, but true. This is exactly why so many supporters are excited about this move. The biggest question now becomes simple. Should Manchester United approve this immediately? Should they stop waiting and get this deal completed before pre-season preparations accelerate? Because things are moving extremely quickly around Old Trafford, and this summer could genuinely define the next chapter under Michael Carrick. Let's begin with Marcus Rashford, because this story simply refuses to disappear. According to Ben Jacobs, Manchester United's position remains crystal clear. They do not want Rashford back and continue insisting that the €30 million option currently available represents outstanding value for Barcelona. Now, from United's perspective, many fans will probably agree with this stance, because let's be honest, in today's market, €30 million for a player of Rashford's experience, commercial value, pace, directness, and proven Premier League pedigree feels relatively low. Yes, you heard that right. Manchester United are basically telling Barcelona, stop looking elsewhere, stop creating noise, and simply activate the clause. However, things are becoming complicated because Barcelona are simultaneously exploring moves for multiple attacking players. Reports suggest they remain strongly interested in Rashford, while also exploring Anthony Gordon and even discussing potential possibilities involving Julian Alvarez. Unbelievable, but true. This naturally creates uncertainty because Barcelona's financial situation continues creating obstacles every single window. So here is the massive question. United fans, if Barcelona continue delaying, should Manchester United lower expectations and accept a different structure, or should they stand firm and force Barcelona to pay exactly what they originally agreed? Because make no mistake, keeping unwanted situations unresolved throughout the summer can create problems later. Now, let's move towards midfield, because this is where things become extremely interesting. According to Ben Jacobs, Manchester United's midfield recruitment still appears focused around proven quality, rather than simply collecting young talents with potential. One major name mentioned is Tchouaméni. Now, before getting too excited, this situation still depends heavily on what happens at Real Madrid. But imagine for a moment what a midfielder like Tchouaméni could bring to Michael Carrick's system. Physicality, ball progression, athleticism, defensive intelligence, and massive experience at the highest level. Would he instantly transform United's midfield? Many supporters would probably say yes. Yet United continue working on multiple alternatives because modern recruitment requires flexibility. Elliot Anderson reportedly remains one of the priority targets internally. The challenge? Competition is growing, and Manchester City are said to be advancing their own interest. This is where transfer battles become fascinating, because sometimes identifying talent isn't enough. Winning the race matters just as much. Anderson offers something supporters have been demanding for years: Premier League experience, energy, pressing intensity, and technical security. The question is simple, Reds. If United must choose between paying big money for established stars or investing in Premier League proven younger profiles, which direction should the club go? Then comes Carlos Baleba, and this story refuses to disappear either. Reports suggest Manchester United still have verbal agreements in place regarding personal terms despite no club-to-club agreement being reached. That tells you something important. When a player remains highly appreciated internally despite long negotiations, usually it means recruitment staff genuinely believe in the profile. Baleba represents physical dominance, athletic power, and enormous upside. Some supporters may even argue he perfectly fits the intensity, but here is the difficult reality: Brighton rarely sell cheaply. So the question becomes, would fans accept another huge investment if United believe Baleba is the long-term answer? Matheus Fernandes also remains part of discussions. Relegation changes everything in football. West Ham previously wanted massive money, but now many clubs reportedly believe prices could fall significantly because of their new situation. Somewhere around £50 to £60 million is currently being discussed.